Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers, y'all, and I took y'all out to blueberry picking with me and my family behind us. How are y'all? Say hi. Look at all my children, you guys. They are so expensive, but also such a blessing. All right, guys, let's go get some blueberries. So I wanted to do this video outside of this studio with my family around so that I made sure that I wasn't triggered when talking about the new program that is now available on the market, which is 100% financing for FHA mortgages. Again, you guys, and actually it's even worse than that. But again, 100% financing is now available for FHA mortgages. And not only that, you actually get paid back. Listen, this is absolutely crazy. You get paid back 3.5%. So I can start telling people that if you buy a house with me, I can get you paid back 3.5%. So the whole narrative where these days we have better qualified home buyers, it's slowly starting to fade away because now we're starting to have homeowners that have no equity and that do not have low interest rates. Now, obviously, prior to 2022, most people are going to have an interest rate 4% or lower and going to have a whole bunch of equity. But as people continue to purchase post 2022, we're starting to see an entirely different type of home ownership. And essentially what's happening is because the mortgage industry is so far in the gutter right now. So lenders, mortgage companies are making way less money. Now, as a result of that, they're getting extremely creative with financing. And we saw that back at the peak. Lenders were offering like all cash loans and things like that so that they would get a market share back. But right now, lenders are starting to realize that there are so many people that are broke right now and don't even have a down payment that these types of programs are going to get these lenders additional market share. So these lenders are coming up with more and more risky loans so that they stay in business. It's absolutely shocking. So I found out about this yesterday, completely shocked. And when I first found out about it, it was only the next 100% financing, the next FHA 100% financing. But when I started reading it more, I found out that a portion of the financing is forgivable. You guys, forgivable. So you tell me, is that worse financing than 2008 or is it better financing? Because I don't remember really any loans last time other than the negative AM, but you didn't really get cash back that would actually essentially pay you money to buy a house. This is absolutely crazy, you guys, and people are busy talking about the 1% down conventional mortgage. That's always been there. But here's the thing with those programs, and you guys have probably heard about it. The 1% down program it's really kind of restrictive, and I did a video on it. It's restrictive in the sense that you can only make 80% of that area's median income. However, this program is so crazy. Listen to me right now, okay? There are no income restrictions. There's no income restrictions on this program, and you don't have to be a first-time home buyer. Which means when I found this out, I'm like, oh my gosh, I myself may get an FHA mortgage, especially if a portion of my loan is forgivable. Why would I put a 20% down payment, get a conventional mortgage if I can get an FHA and get a 3.5% refunded to me? You guys see what I'm saying? So in other words, these lenders are getting super desperate. And what happens to consumers when they get super desperate? They put consumers in a situation to potentially fail. Because right now, what we know is unaffordability is off the charts. So now that this program exists, it's actually going to put the upper class, the middle class, right in the same situation as the lower qualified individuals. Because now the upper class, the middle class can get into a house with no down payment. And you guys may think that's not a big deal. But listen to this. 70% of Americans right now are living paycheck to paycheck, guys. That is so sad to me. When we look at the unaffordability charts, we see that over 30% of households' gross income, you guys, not net, gross income before taxes are taken out, we see that's at over 30%, which means if there's any disruption at all in income or in pay, these people cannot afford their mortgage. It's probably more like 50% of their net income. So if someone loses just one payment, just one paycheck, basically 70% of America can never catch up. Without what? Without getting into more and more debt. Now, this program works with the National Homebuyers Fund. It is a down payment assistance program. Not only are the guidelines super loose with income, it's also available in 47 states. Normally, down payment assistance programs are like exclusive to certain areas. This is in almost every, this is in almost every state, excluding New York, Washington, and Massachusetts. And here's the other thing, you guys, the minimum FICO score requirement on this, 600 FICO score. This is absolutely insane. And let me explain a little bit how this works. I'll do a different video that goes in deeply into the underwriting guidelines on this so we know exactly how this works. But essentially, it's a normal FHA loan. And a normal FHA loan, the down payment is 3.5%. Obviously, depending on your qualifying factors. Through this program, you're able to obtain a grant. And when you obtain the grant, you actually have several options of how and if you want to pay the grant back. The grant is for 3.5%, which covers your down payment. Now, the way it works is the 3.5%, the lender gives you a second mortgage, okay? And it's a second mortgage where you have the option to choose 0% interest rate. Hey, buddy. Grandma. I don't know where Grandma is. Give me a high five, buddy. You guys getting blueberries? Grandma. All right. Oh, there's Grandma. Okay. Hi. All right, Grandma's here. You guys going to Grandma? Okay. Awesome, awesome. But lost my train of thought. Now, second mortgage is forgivable, okay? Now, it's forgivable after 10 years, but the thing is, if you don't want to wait the 10 years, you can always just pay the loan off, and it comes with 0 interest. So not only is this 100% financing, guys, you have 0 interest on your down payment, and it's forgivable after 10 years. And the other crazy thing is, so many people are going to qualify for this program as long as they qualify to afford a house. It's kind of a big deal because I've been on the sidelines improving my purchasing power, but honestly, to a lot of people, even with this program, even with not having to come with a down payment, people are still not going to qualify because the unaffordability is so absolutely ridiculous right now. Let me show you guys where I'm at. This place is so cool. This is in Texas. We can actually go to a blueberry field and walk up and down these fields right here and pick and eat blueberries. It's super cool. Let me see if I can show you guys real quick some blueberries. See, like, check this out. You guys can see right there. All right. Pretty cool. They're good. Really cool thing to do with your family. Every opportunity I have to come out to spend time outside, away from the data, I'm doing it. And stuff like this helps me so much with my patience, helps me with my composure. I also want to talk to you guys about where I think an additional layer of inventory is going to come. I believe this year, okay, at least it's going to start this year. I don't know if it's going to peak out this year. I believe we're actually going to get inventory, SFR, single family resident, or SFH, single family home inventory from, listen to me here, institutional investors. That's what I'm saying right now. We're gonna get inventory this year from institutional investors, the opposite of what's been happening the last, what, decade? And hear me out here. Here's why I think this is gonna happen. Everyone at this point should know there is an absolute catastrophe brewing right now in the commercial real estate market. There's like a triple whammy happening right now in commercial real estate. Number one, massive price declines. At the same time, guys, listen, at the same time that there's massive price declines, there's also credit tightening, okay? But at the same time as there's price declines and credit tightening, there's also a huge number of loans that must be refinanced this year because either they're an adjustable rate mortgage or there's a balloon payment, some type of restriction that's forcing them to refinance. So in other words, there is an absolute catastrophe happening in commercial real estate. That's pretty much every economist across the board is going to confirm that. Now, here's why I believe we're going to get more inventory from institutional investors. If these institutional investors that are solid, right, like not the ones that are like falling apart right before our eyes, they're going to want to buy commercial real estate for 40, 50 cents on the dollar versus one SFR. And if the institutional investor is suffering and about to lose an asset, a lot of them may sell a performing asset like SFRs in order to stay in business and to support their current building projects. If these institutional investors or even developers for that matter cannot get funding, cannot get additional money to finish their projects, they will have no choice but to dig into their SFR portfolio, sell those houses, take that money and fix the commercial real estate problem, or rather, you guys, invest in it. Here's really the situation. There is just so many things that are happening all at the same time right now, and I know I shouldn't be surprised, but they're kicking the can down the road. They keep propping up the housing market and the economy, when the reality is that by doing so is potentially creating an even bigger problem, and it's hurting the consumers the most. I don't want to hear about bailing out rich executives anymore. What about the little people? What about us that want a house that can't afford it? Y'all see what I'm saying? This is an absolutely insane time right now, and we finally started to see unemployment go up and also months of supply go up this week. That happened this week. So a lot of people, including myself, are thinking that the market is finally gonna start shifting. Now, I told you guys more than likely, I believe we're gonna have a whiplash downward at the end of June. So far, it's starting to kind of look like that. Everyone, we should still be cautious. There is no crystal ball. I am doing the best I can to project what's gonna happen next. But you guys, the lending is turning absolutely toxic. Now, we still have verified income. So that is a huge difference. Pretty much the main difference of right now versus 08 is only income restriction. That's it. Or rather income verification. So right now we still have really crazy income verification for normal loans, but we just did away with one of the hardest things to overcome for people, which is the down payment. And what I think is happening, especially with these people that are not putting down payments, is that foreclosure box that I've been telling you guys about is gonna start to overflow. And loan modifications will not be effective if someone loses their job. And remember, 70% of Americans are paycheck to paycheck. And the thing is, and really what I'm saying is, I'm not gonna be one of those people. I have a family, I've been through this before. You know, I understand, believe me, I understand how hard it is to have patience right now. Like, I'm struggling with my patience, but I mean, there's a reason why people say patience is a virtue. You know what I mean? There's a reason why people say that. Because it's not easy. Because everyone wants to be done with this. I want to be done with this. I want to get back into real estate. You know, I want to be the #1 realtor in Houston. I want to do all those things. But quite frankly, you know, we all have to make sacrifices right now if we're going to get ahead. And obviously there's many, many red flags. So, you know, this is just another red flag. Now, when all is said and done, I think we should keep doing what I've been telling you guys to do from pretty much the very beginning. Increasing our purchasing power, right? That's important. How do we do that? Credit, income, and assets, and also increase our intelligence and understanding of the real estate market, and also understand it is about localized markets. And because it's about localized markets, we need to make sure we're doing market analysis on our subject property subdivision to understand whether or not we're getting a great deal. I think the most important thing to do right now is wait. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. The minute I don't think we should wait, I'll absolutely let you know. But I think we should wait. And here's another wild thing. Let me explain to you guys why I understand how frustrating this is. You guys, I have 28 days, okay? I have 28 days. It's getting thick in here. I'm not sure where I'm at. I don't know if you guys have ever been lost in the woods. Let me tell you something, okay? I've been lost in the woods twice. It is one of the most helpless, scary things ever because you just don't know what direction where is. Luckily, I'm not in the woods and I can hear people talking, but I have no idea where I'm at, except check this out. I'm just coming up to blueberries. See that right there? Just take that right there. I'll pay for that later. But I just wanted to say, you guys, just wanted to be the ones that told you, I'm proud of you, okay? If you're sacrificing, if you're waiting on the sidelines, if you're a well-qualified buyer, but you're renting, man, I'm in this struggle with you guys, and I'm absolutely proud of you. I think you guys should remain strong. I understand the struggle. Know that I'm with you in this, okay? And also, you guys, having said that, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have all the right answers, but I am remaining truthful and transparent, and I'm doing the best I can to explain to you guys why I think what I'm thinking. Now, I'll have another video that breaks the guidelines down of this program a little bit better, but I definitely appreciate you guys. Obviously, I'm gonna try to find my family. You guys, the humidity, I don't know if I'm sweating. I feel like I'm sweating. I'm so sorry if I am. It's just a Texas thing. It's so humid here in Texas. Absolutely love it, but I need to, I don't know where the path is. Look at this. I don't know how I got here. This is like thick, and I honestly, this is actually like a really good spot because I don't think people can get back here. I'm seeing like the good, like huge blueberries all over the place. Like, check this out. See all them right in there? Here, all back in there. All up in here, you see all that? Super nice. Anyways, I hope you guys like this journey. I'm gonna go spend time with my family, have some fun, and do something other than talk about the housing market. Now, other than that, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you guys got some value, insight, and perspective. And if you're out there investing in real estate, you already know I wish you luck, and I hope you win.